How are you guys? Oh my god, my hair's a mess. I thank you, my Messiah. I appreciate that. All right, let's bring Andy on. Andy, how are you?
Huh?
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Busy, tired. I've been on the phone all day.
That's every day.
Every day, all day. All right, let's see. All right, guys. So we're gonna be talking about credit and real estate. So share this live with 3 people and comment done.
Hold up.
What's going on, Shark World? All right, for you guys, Andy's gonna be. We're gonna get to hear Andy here soon. He's getting some headsets. He's getting a headset, so we'll be able to hear him. All right, Andy. Uh,
They, they got questions coming up already?
no, drop your questions in the comments if you guys have any questions. I know y'all been hitting me up on my story. Andy told me about it, and I dropped that, and I got a lot of engagement. I'm excited. I'm helping you guys. Do you guys have any credit card, any credit report issues? Questions, any real estate questions? Bryson's dad. Why do you sound familiar? How much are your classes? Who are you asking, Andy or myself? Y'all, who's playing fantasy football? Anybody playing fantasy football? Oh, Andy, how much are your classes?
The boot camp right now is 6,500, but you bring a buddy pass, the second person is half price. And then we also got the mastermind for the people that's ready to go to the next level and want me to hold their hand step by step through the process. We got that. That's 25K. Well, I hold your hand through the whole build.
So what's the fastest way to build? What's the best way to build credit fast? What type of credit? Talking about business? Talking about or personal credit.
And then what we're gonna do too, also, if we get 40 people on here, we halfway there, so y'all gonna have to share it with about 4 or 5 people. If we get to 40, we're gonna show everybody on live how to get a credit card with no inquiry right
When?
now.
What?
Yeah, right now.
Business credit. Y'all see what Andy does to me? General's zero SA business credit. The fastest way to build business credit is going through the tiers because you're trying to do it right. If you do it wrong, which means that you just start PGing for the credit, you're gonna end up having to, if the business goes belly up, and I'm not trying to talk negative, but if the business goes belly up, and you PG'd for that debt, they you when you PG, you're basically saying to the lenders, if the business does not pay for that debt, I'm going to go ahead and step in for that debt. So you're becoming responsible for that debt. If you go through the team, make the business credit profile strong, you will not have to PG for that debt. The business is going to apply for business as its own person. So if the business goes belly up, you dissolve the business and there goes that debt that's associated. And you don't have to worry about you having to repay that debt. A lot of my clients are coming to me because they have bankruptcies, because their businesses weren't able to pay for the debt that they got into during COVID. and now I'm trying to remove their bankruptcies. And I hope that answers your question. Strictly hustling. You have definitely been a blessing to me, Gigi. I just cost credit collection services for placing a collection on my report. Welcome to my life. Generals, wow. Okay. Is there any other questions, guys? Okay.
What's these questions in the question box? You put them in there?
I'm not putting anything in there.
It say other ways to build business credit other than net 30.
That's in my. Are you talking about my story?
I don't know. That's your story?
I put that. Yeah, somebody asked me in my story.
Oh, well, I see all that. How do I build business credit?
How do you
What?
build credit?
Yeah.
You go through the domain. I mean, through the tiers. Business. You have to. So you basically have to order from vendors. These vendors are, and these vendors report to the bureaus, and these vendors are going to the stuff that you buy from these vendors. You can buy. Okay, so I order detergents, right? And I order the clean the detergent that I buy is maybe like $50 through, but it's the same detergent that you can get it at Walmart for $20. But the reason we do this is so that these vendors report to the bureau. So we do have to pay a little bit extra for the stuff that we could buy cheaper, but it's that. All right, I'm gonna bring Sony. Request to come online. I'm so excited. I hadn't talked to him in a long time, Andy, and he called me this morning or this afternoon, and he made my heart like full, full of joy. Andy, what does the 6,500 course entail?
That's the boot camp. That's where you get to come to the boot camp and you get the credit repair for free. Gigi repair your credit. Then after that, you're gonna learn the 40 steps that I'm gonna teach you on how to build a house from the ground up using credit cards. We're gonna show you how to get the high limit credit cards, how to take the money off the high limit credit cards, how to use them cards to start the building process, how we get up to the foundation, and then we start getting a hard money lender. We're gonna hook you up with all those people. We're gonna have architects, engineers. We're gonna have subcontractors. We're gonna have everybody in the building at the boot camp that you could talk to. And that next day, we put you on. We take you to all the jobs we got going on, all the job sites that I got going on. It's like 5 of them. We show you the beginning, the end, and we show you like answer any questions you have, to tell you how we got there and what's next. And then we also get a group chat at the end of it to where you get to stay in contact with everybody that ever been to the boot camp. That's what's included to it.
That answer your question, Miss Kylie. So we have we have Sony on the line. Let me just recap a little bit with Sony. He came to me for credit a few months ago, and he has a background. So he went to prison. So, you laughing? You wasn't laughing when you were struggling to get
Fucking tell him everything, huh? Shit.
Yes. Okay. He went to prison and he's changed his life around, completely around. Now he's because of his background, he was struggling to find lenders, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you talking to me? Oh yeah.
Okay, so tell him a little bit about yourself.
Lowe's, like start over, like last time didn't happen.
Yeah.
Like, we wasn't on the video. Oh, there.
We got
So I'm just a new real estate investor. I got into this like March 20th. I started the journey March 20th, and today I'm on my got a fifth one that's under in escrow now, and yeah, I just been racking them up, hitting the pavement hard.
Wait, you broke out. I lost it. What did you say?
So
No, he talking like he already got money. Now he gotta talk like what happened before you got the money.
No
We
shit,
gotta
dude.
tell
So
them. We gotta tell them the
okay,
real.
so
They don't want to hear the good part. They want to hear how you get to where you at now. The struggle you had to go through.
okay, so all right, let's just start from scratch. So I was looking for lenders. I took a program, and I didn't know anything. So like, let's just say like March 19th, I probably didn't even know what escrow was. I didn't even know how to buy a house. I didn't even know like how to talk, where to go. So I took this program, and it was like 3 hours, 3 hours a day for like a month and a half. 2 weeks in, I already got my first deal locked in. I got my first deal locked in before I got to the part in the program where they would tell you what happens next. So I was calling Gigi, and I was trying to ask her, yo, when you buy some shit, what's next? Because the program comes out in a drip form, so it doesn't give it to you all the information at once. So I was like on YouTube looking up, all right, your deal just got accepted. Now what? you know? And so it got accepted, and I had a problem finding the down payment. I was in I was in a jam, so
Why?
I hit the. I just didn't have enough for the down. I was hurting around that time, and I couldn't figure it out. And then I went with the lender that first. I went with the lender that told me that he would fund 100% of the project. So now I know if you ever run into a lender that said he'll fund the 100% of the project, you know it's a scam. So I sent in an EMD of 1,600, and that dude just left me at the finish line. Like didn't even hear from him again. Like 2 days before, he's like, "We're all good. We're all good. We're going to docs." Like, and he just never showed up. Disappeared. Next thing you know, I found this piece of shit on Instagram, and I just like took off on him, and then he ended up refunding us our money. So that was one. So basically, I called escrow and I asked for an extension. And at this point, I didn't even have another lender. I didn't know. I just asked for an extension, and because I asked for an extension, I had to put another EMD in. So the first EMD is 3,600. So now it's 3,600 times two. I got another 10. I got another 10 days. I got a new lender. Everything was all good. I had the down and everything. 2 days before closing, he was like, "Hey, something popped up on your background. We just can't fuck with you." You know, he's like, it's just against our fund. They won't take anything like that. So I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? So I put in another EMD because that same guy that was a loan officer, he says, "Oh, don't worry about it. I got another fund," and he took me to a new fund, and then that fund was willing to do me with the background. So I got another extension, put in another EMD. I put in another EMD, and probably 5 days before closing, everything's all good. The new fund was like, the guy was like, "Hey, something's happening over here. I'm not allowed to talk about it, but it's some shady shit going on, and some people are about to get in trouble, and they're not funding any deals right now." I was like, oh my God. I was like, what the fuck, you know? I was just gonna quit, but I just kept it moving. Found another fund. I found another fund, and they agreed to accept me, and I asked for another extension, so I had to put another EMD in. So at this point, I'm in like 11,800, and then that fund said that they would close the deal in 2 weeks. They ended up closing it in 35 days. So at that point, that 11,000, that shit was gone. I lost it because I put it in as non-refundable to keep the deal together. So when we asked for an extension, I had to put another EMD in that was non-refundable. So at this point, I'm in like 15 G's. I don't even know. Like the way I think now and the way I'm feeling about this shit is like something's gonna happen again. Like I don't even know why I put in that last one, but I did anyways, and it worked out. And
Wait,
I closed on that property.
Tony.
No. That's not a big part.
Yeah, you did. How
How
did
do you find that person?
Oh, yeah. And then during that time when I was looking for the down payment, I couldn't find the down payment. Gigi was helping me, asking everybody for me.
we can't hear you, Sonny? Sonny, we can't hear you.
You must be
Can't
in the
hear
Bay
you.
Area. You can't hear nothing he's saying.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, so I couldn't find the EMD.
You're breaking. You can't hear you, Sonny. Sonny, he's just talking.
I know, right? You talking to yourself.
Sonny, we can't
12,
hear you.
12.
Can't hear you.
I must have racked up like.
Sonny,
Hello? Can you hear me now?
you like, yeah, but you broke out as soon as you started talking. We couldn't hear anything.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, so I was looking for lenders, just walking around my neighborhood, calling everybody, and calling all types of lenders, and I racked up like 12 inquiries. Still couldn't find the bread. I was like gonna give up. I just kept on running into roadblocks over and over, and I uh I went door knocking. I just went door knocking in my neighborhood. I didn't even know what the fuck I was gonna say. I just went door knocking, knocked on a door. I must have door knocked for at least 3 hours. Ran into some lady, and her daughter plays soccer with my daughter. She remembered me, but I didn't even knew who she was. I was just pretending like, oh yeah, I remember you. Boom, boom, boom. Next thing you know, 2 days later, 2 days before I was supposed to send in the down payment, she called me back and she said, "Hey, Sonny, you know what? Me and my husband, we're all in." Boom, and then fuck, it just worked out. And then fast forward till now, she's done 3 deals after that before the first one even completed. So right now she's probably in like 84,000 times three into all my deals, and I'm giving her a 25% cash on cash return. Um, my first project is taking 12 weeks. My second is taking 5, and my third one is taking 8.
How much are you looking to get in profit with all the houses you have?
Um, so all the houses are zero point 0.1 miles away from each other. They're all walking distance. You can walk to all of them, even the fourth and the fifth house that we got. And the first one that we're doing that's gonna finish first is the closest to the suburbs. So like the uppity area. So once that one falls in line, it should be a domino effect, and I should pull like 106, 106. I was supposed to make like 190 grand, but I'm gonna make like 165 off each deal times 5, hopefully.
Hold on. Let me just go ahead and do the math real quick.
Yeah, some
Y'all,
bread.
let me just reiterate. This guy started with zero, right? Just did that down payment, and then after that, he didn't have anything. He started from zero, so it's 165,000. You said, right?
Yeah,
165,000 times 5. That's $825,000.
but on the third, fourth, and no, the fourth and the fifth deal. So the first 3 deals, I got it basically at the same price. 360,000 purchase price, 361. The fourth and the fifth house, I got it for 320 and 300 flat, and they listed them both at 360 because they used my comp that closed on my first property. So I
Mm-hmm.
just ran game and I was like, hey, look, I know you're using my comp because it's the closest one in the neighborhood that closed, and I just ran game and I just lowballed them, and then I got one to 305 and the other one to 320. So on those ones, I'll make the other ones if it falls in line. And then what's crazy is the 305 and the 320, they're both 300 square feet larger and another bedroom larger. So it should bang.
You should. So what I'm getting is that you're probably gonna get more than
Yeah, hopefully.
that.
Yeah. And then Yeah, man, it's just been it's just been all good. It's just like loopholes, and I'm still door knocking. Like I try to take 2 days out the week where I just door knock, but it's been hot as shit. So I do it for like an hour here, an hour there when the sun comes down a little bit, but it's working. I also made these flyers. Gigi has a copy of it. I mean, she can show you guys. You guys could use it to help you guys find investors. But the flyers are actually doing what it's supposed to do, and I'm enjoying it, man. Like I get to spend a lot more time with my family, and the more deals that I do, it's just going faster. So my first deal took 2.5 months to close because of all the
All right.
problems I had.
So if you guys go through my feed, my Instagram, you guys are gonna see the first story with Sony. He's all happy right now, right? When we got him online, he wasn't all smiles.
I was tripping, dude.
So everybody want to know, like, what did you tell these people when you was trying to get money from them, when you were door knocking? Nobody never seen that before.
I
Like,
actually give them
what was your script?
all right, so I give them an IP. So I make this IP. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
So I make this IP, and in the IP it shows comparable properties. It'll tell you everything that you need to know about the property. The way you put it together, there's a chart. I put links of all the comparable properties in a Redfin link that they can click on when I send them the email, and it also puts the distance of each property. This is all public information that they can look up, so they know you're not running no game or nothing. It's just right there, and I'm only putting properties that I find that are sold in the last 3 months. And there's pictures in there and everything. And I also show the scope of work. The scope of work is by the contractor telling me how much it's going to cost. In the scope of work, it shows that he understands that you are working with an investor and hard money, and he knows how he gets his money. He receives his money in draws. I show that to the investor, just to let them know that, hey, like, what's good about real estate is like everything is secured. Like the security that comes with investing in the real estate is unmatched. Straight up, like everybody's protecting you. Like you don't even have to you don't even have to trust me. Trust the docs, trust escrow, trust title. They're not gonna release your money to nobody but you. You know. And I always tell them like, hey, you're not giving me the money. You're sending it into escrow. Escrow is going to give you a deed, a promissory note, and a JVA. A JVA is a joint venture agreement that tells the roles and responsibilities that the developer, which is you, and the investor have. The promissory note, all that shit gets recorded with the county records, and the lien gets placed on the house. So what's crazy about a lien is like it's a deed of trust. So a deed of trust is a lien. So when you have a lien on the property, it's like, let's say that you're investing in me, right? I'm going to tell them like, hey, once you invest into me, escrow is going to, before we sell the property, escrow will call you like 10 days before we sell the house. And they're going to be like, hey, yo, we're calling you about your payout. It says you have 85,000 in here with the 25% cash on cash return. Is there any other fees that we're not aware about? They're obviously going to say no. And then escrow is going to tell them, okay, thank you. Can you sign off on your payout and send in your original deed? Because when you close on a property, when we first buy it in the front end, you are the only one, the investor is the only one that gets the original deed. We get a copy, but they get an original deed. And escrow tells them to keep that thing safe until we sell the property. Because without that deed, without them sending in their deed and getting their bread, we can't close on the property. The lender doesn't even get the money. We don't get the money, nobody gets to sell the property. So it just tells you how strong of a position you're in when you're holding the deed. You know what I mean? And then it's a good selling point to tell people like, yeah, so basically, essentially, you know, like I don't get mine till you get yours. And then they're always going to come back with rebuttals like, oh, what about the market? The market's crashing and all that shit. And and I remember 2008. Anybody who brings up 2008 doesn't know shit. Because in 2008, there was so many variables that came into it. Like the bank was giving people fucking loans, not even underwriting any of them, doing all kinds of illegal shit. So when somebody tells me that, I'm like, bro, you obviously don't know anything. Like that shit was like 16 years ago. You don't think those motherfuckers like tightened up since then or like figured out, you know, not to do
So
that? Like 2008 is not going to happen again, you know?
When, the reason we vet some of these people that we put in at these boot camps is because one of the lenders actually declined or denied Sony because of that, right?
Yeah.
What did she tell you,
So,
that investors didn't want to do it because of the recession or something like that?
yeah, they're just saying, like, it's getting tighter. So, like, they're obviously going to pick deals. They're going to obviously be more strategic the way they pick deals and be more, like, cautious than usual. But if you get a good deal and you get an acceptance, and that's money right there. If you get an LOI saying that they're gonna move forward on your loan, then
What's
that's money. So when you go to door knock or look for an investor, you can just tell them, like, yo, we got this deal approved. Investors are tight right now. They're not gonna approve any loan. And on top of that, you can bring up the deed and say, like, hey, the investor doesn't look out for me. He doesn't give a fuck how much I make, but he has to protect his money and your money, your 25% cash on cash return. Because if you don't get your money, you ain't gonna send in the deed and you ain't gonna sign off on your payout, and nobody will get paid. Straight up, like, nobody's gonna get paid until you sign off on your payout. You know what I mean? So that's just how protected it is when you're talking about a deed. So, like, the deed is probably, like, the best selling point, but you have to make sure people understand what
yeah.
it is.
All right. So I just wanted to bring you on board, Sony, because you started off with zero. Called me today. You're like, gee, I'm on my fifth house.
Yeah, man, I was hyped.
So what would you tell somebody, like somebody that's just trying to get in it, or somebody thinking about getting in it, but they kind of scared to make that first jump, that first move?
Yeah,
What
like,
advice?
if you're on the fence about it, like, you're never gonna do shit. And then, like, I'm even when I made those flyers, I made 1,000 flyers, right? I already knew 90% of them shits are going to Rich.
Can't hear you.
So when I made those flyers, I already knew 90% of them shits are going in the trash, but I did it anyways. Like, if 90% of them go in the trash and I just get, like, or if they all go in the trash and one cracks off and they can do two of my houses, that's like 300 grand. You just got to keep pushing, and if you never invest in yourself, then you won't. And then, like, there's probably a lot of people listening to this shit right now, and, like, 99% of them won't do shit. You know? So you just got to be that 1% that's gonna come out and then do something, you know. And then, like, this guy that kind of mentors me and like, it holds my hand sometimes, or whenever I have questions, you know. He's always saying real estate is the best get rich slow scheme. He's like, at the end of the day, I'd rather get rich for sure than get rich quick. Straight up. You, you're
Right.
gonna make money, and it's the most secure thing that you can do. It's the best engine to build wealth, I feel like, and I truly believe that now.
That's one of the things I asked when we first jumped online, Sony, is who's playing or who's doing the fantasy football, right? Because I got a text message and they asked me, one of my friends from, like, in the Marine Corps, right? She asked me if I wanted to join, and I'm thinking, like, all right, there's so many people playing fantasy football, betting on people on teams we don't even know, but yet how many of us are betting on ourselves? And
Yeah, yeah,
dropping so much money on people we don't even know. We don't take the time to, like, invest in ourselves. It's just
yeah.
to me.
And then in real estate, like, you're doing a lot of shit before anything happens. You're gonna be doing a lot of shit before anything happens. But then when something does happen, it feels good, bro. Like, it's like proof of concept. Like, you could do this shit and it just keeps pushing you forward, you know. And then more opportunities will arrive. Like, my contractor, this guy builds in and outs, breweries, Rally's burgers. I was looking for him on Craigslist. when I first called him, I was like, "Hey, yo, I'm a house flipper, blah blah blah. Like, I kind of need you." And he's like, "Nah." He said, I'm not really into that. I don't really do that shit." Hung up on me. I was on Craigslist again. I was just calling. I probably called him again on accident, not knowing that I called him before. And then when he picked up, he was like, "Didn't I already tell you no?" You know. But then now he's doing all my projects. My houses are the only time that he flips houses, and he's already bringing development deals together that he wants to do with me. So that basically just tells you like, no don't always mean no, you know?
Right.
He will stay on your line. This man used to call me
Yeah, man.
every single day.
Yeah. So like, yeah. So now he has like a development deal where like he has a lot. He has a lot that can build 3 houses with the foundation pads already on there, ready to go. 3,500 square foot houses. It's gonna cost $450 for the new construction and $550 for the entire lot. So our plan is to build up one house, get the hard money, so I can build up one house, and then refi and take 85% out of that shit to build the other 2 houses, and all of them the ARV is 1.4 million. So off the second and the third house, you'll net $1 million each, and then me and him only have to put 250 down, and we're gonna split that. So that's good because he has skin in the game too. He's not just my builder, and even him, I presented today. I was on the phone with him and I presented him to fill my gaps, and he's like, I never done that with anybody before, but let me see if that show me that the numbers pencil out, and I'm down.
To do what?
Sonny,
So so he just told me like, yeah, I'll gap fund your deals. I
Oh, the
never
guy.
did it for anybody, but he's like, he sees how young I am and he sees like how hungry I am, that he knows that I'll do all the footwork for him, you know, which I don't mind. I'll be anybody's bitch. Like, I don't care. I want some bread. I'm fucking hungry, you know? Like if I gotta do the dirty work, then I will. And like he's an older gentleman, so like he has the connections, he has whatever, and I'm gonna get it while the getting is good. If someone's gonna put me on game and like show me and teach me new construction and like hold my hand through the whole process one time, I'll take off running. It's all I need. So yeah, like opportunities will come up and new opportunities that you're not used to, and just try to jump on all of them, you know.
Right.
Sonny, I'm super proud of you. Super, super happy for you. You have no idea.
But
So he's
man,
somebody that just came from down. Nobody want to give him nothing. Nobody want to look out. Nobody want to fund him. But he found a way to make it happen. Now he found that way to make it happen. Now that same person, they see the drive in him. So now they just keep funding him because they know he gonna bring it back. So basically,
yeah,
you just
yeah,
got to make yourself seen. Like, get out here and do something. Like, make somebody want to invest in you. Ain't
yeah,
nobody gonna invest in you if you don't look investable. Like, you gotta play the part. Like, ain't nobody just gonna give you money if you ain't doing nothing. Like, just give it to you, just to give it to you. You gotta
yeah,
play your role. You gonna have to go out there. You gotta show them you know what you're talking about. Show them the numbers and make it make sense. Make it make
yeah,
sense. If it makes sense, ain't nobody gonna turn on some money when they know that they can make a lot in it and easy, and especially with real estate, cause it is so low risk to where they'll be like, okay, well if it do go wrong, then I just get to keep the property.
yeah.
So
They want you to fuck up. Like at the end of
right,
the day, hard money wants you to fuck up. Like if
right,
you break your like they let's say like 50 G's, they're giving it to me in 5 draws, in draws of 10, 10 each time. If I make it to the third draw and then I just quit, that's a come up. That means they only got to put in 20 more G's and they make what I make. You know, they make
right.
they don't make the 8%. They make all of it. So they want you to
Keep
fuck
the
up.
whole thing. Right.
Yeah. So at the same time, like they want something from you too, but um, they want to see if you can get it. And then after your first deal, they'll start being all nice to you and shit. Like in the beginning on your first deal, you have to annoy them, and they're gonna show you that you're being annoying. They're gonna tell you without telling you that you're being annoying. You're gonna call them, and they're not gonna pick up, but they'll text you back, shit like that. Like keep you on red, and you know,
Like me,
just treat
I
you
do
like yeah. Yeah, like Ajichichi. So yeah, they're gonna treat you like a scrub, and then after they know that you can get it, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, hey, Mr. Vo, like start talking to you, fucking, you know."
Now you Mister. You're a Mister now.
Yeah, yeah, I'm a Mister now.
When you bring money, you're a Mister now. You get
Yeah,
respected.
yeah, respect.
Right.
So yeah, man, you just gotta keep punching. But yeah, my I got big plans this year, and I'm happy to see where this goes. And I still haven't finished my first project yet, but once I finish my first project, like all the Gap Funder lady she was like, my sister and my brother want to do this too, and she said they're richer than me, but they want to see me finish one first. So once that first one finishes, like even more doors will open. So I'm just like, I'm super happy of where it's going, and then everything that I did paid off, you know. And my first and second property, they took like 2 months in escrow, 1 month in escrow, and now I'm closing properties in 10 days and 14 to 10 days. Some heights.
Right. That's real good. A lot of people out here scared to take those chances. Like a lot of people would have been gave up when it came after
Yeah,
them. Everyone kept putting the money up. They would have been like, "Nah, I ain't finna lose no more money."
yeah,
But you just kept going. You just kept fighting and just kept believing in it. You kept believing in your
yeah,
grind. There's too many people that believe in their grind that much. They would have been on folded.
yeah. And then even like when you're trying to get investors, like you can't even go get an investor until you get a deal locked in. So like when I get a deal locked in and I win a bid, I get hyped. But that next morning, I'm like, oh shit, like I gotta go find bread, you know. but um, but those times in the times of stress is when you figure shit out and you come up with new shit. So like I get stressed out, but I just know something will come out of it if I go hard.
Somebody wants to know what is your 9 to 5. I'm thinking they asked me you.
I
I don't
don't
have
do
a nine to
shit
five.
now. I don't do shit now. I ain't got no 9 to 5.
Quit everything.
I quit
You know
everything.
what's coming in.
Yeah. And yeah, I got 2 kids. I got 1 newborn. So when I'm not doing this, I'm doing that.
I hope you're not doing trying to have babies.
Fuck no, I'm done. I'm getting my shit tied. I'm done having babies. But
He was,
hey,
wait, his wife was in labor and he's trying to find. He was trying
I'll be whispering. I'll be like, my wife's in labor. I'm calling her on the low. I'm like, hey, did you find anybody yet?
He was calling me. I'm like, oh my God, Sony, get back to your wife.
Hungry, man. Hungry.
It was
But
fun. Not done yet. She's not ready yet.
hey, Gigi, I got a call to take. But I'm gonna see you guys later next time on the next
Bye.
one. Yeah?
All
All
right.
right, Andy.
All right.
Later, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right. So that was one of somebody we brought on board. That was Sony. We brought him on board and he wasn't this happy when we brought him the first time.
Right. He was trying to figure it out. He had no just
Yeah.
started doing like and just found the person to invest in him, but now he needed to know if it was for real or how it was gonna go. Like he didn't know what to expect. Thought it was his first time doing it. And now you got that same person to keep investing in. Now they got 5 properties together.
Yeah. He
It's all
went.
about it's all about having your grind. Like you gotta be on your grind and like what's stopping you from doing it? Like ain't nothing stopping you but you. If
Yeah.
other people doing it, we like the bottom of the barrel. We got charges. We got cases. Like it's like we like the last resort. A lot of y'all don't even got no cases. Y'all ain't got nothing holding y'all back, but y'all still don't invest in yourself. Y'all still scared. We ain't got no choice but to invest in ourselves because we can't want nobody to do nothing for us because of our background. So it's like you gotta I don't know, you got the ups on us, so you gotta take advantage of it.
Mm-hmm.
If not, you're gonna be lazy and just watch everybody make moves around you. I know you get tired of seeing people that didn't finish school, never went to college, never did this, never did that, and you did all that, and they still doing better than you.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know they get like, man, how they do this, how they do that? It's just they more hungrier. They ain't got nothing to lose. So we just go out here and grind and fight every day because what we got to lose? It's like you gotta get that fight in you.
Yeah. Yep. 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 Absolutely. It's a lot of the people that I currently I'm on the phone all day and they are looking for negative stuff, whether it's negative on the boot camp, negative on the LOC challenge, negative on the credit card, negative on the credit report. I'm like, yo, let's focus on the positive. What if you do it? What is the positive? What are you gonna get out of it?
Right. What if you build your first house? What's next? Right. You gotta whatever you think of, that's what you're gonna bring up. If you think negative, negative gonna come. If you think positive, positive gonna come. Like whatever you think, it comes to reality. So you can't be thinking negative, or you just gonna get a life full of negative. Just gotta find solutions to all the problems.
Yep. Yep.
So they must didn't want to learn how to get the free credit card. We still only got 24. Ain't nobody sharing. So if we don't get 40, we just won't do it. Right. But hey,
No.
y'all can do that at the boot camp.
No, we
I,
already gonna we're gonna do it a different day. You put me on the spot again.
hey, but shit, if they hungry, we gotta see if they hungry. See if they about that life. They about that life. You know, if they hungry, you know, they could get it. They could get stuff. You get stuff for free when you're hungry. When you ain't hungry, you don't get nothing. Nothing comes to you. So if you're hungry, share it. You get 40 people on the live. We're gonna tell you how to get credit cards with no inquiries.
So
Free.
who uh a credit score under 100 and has kids? Drop a money bag. If you have a 600 under a 600 credit score and have kids. What are your cons for rehab? Konya K is asking
What's the con
the negative.
for rehab? We don't do rehab. We do new construction.
Yeah, Andy does
Um,
construct or rehab. He does new construction.
yeah, the negative thing with rehab is, you know, dealing with the workers. Like, a lot of them workers be wanting money daily or money up front, the contractor that you be dealing with. So you got to watch out for those type people. Then another thing bad about doing rehab, you don't know what's behind the walls or what's under the ground, like the plumbing. Like, plumbing, electrical that's behind the walls, you don't know how good it is, how new it is, you don't know nothing about it. So those could become issues. With new construction, we know everything new, so it's less problems. That's why I did new construction, no more old property. This the only old property I got left, this duplex right here. The only one I kept. The rest of them, I sold. I sold everything I had. I'm building everything all new. All my rentals gonna be brand new. So I know they're gonna last. I'm gonna give them to my kids, and I know they're gonna have less problems. Then, if I would have brought them something like this, it ain't no, that been there since like 1925. So it's all type of problems that's gonna come with that in their lifetime. But if I give them something brand new, it's less problems they're gonna have in their lifetime with the properties. So that's what I'm doing. That's why I run. That's why I do what I do.
General Zero SA. I bought land and now I'm stuck. I need help.
Well, you
There's
need kind of like you need the 100K play.
there's only four guys that have kids 600 credit score.
What
Uh,
you need? Hold on. Ask, what they need help with? You bought the land. Now you stuck. You just bought. Why did you buy the land if you didn't know what to do? What made you buy the land? Oh, bring them on, Gigi.
let me see. Generals Zero SA.
Why is the 100K play? It's called a 100K play card. That's the less that we make. We don't make nothing less than 100K on the deal. After we build a house, we either refi it or sell it. We're gonna make 100K plus each deal. That's the 100K play. That's why we call it the 100K play. It's usually way more than 100, but I just be a little lenient on y'all because it shouldn't be no less than 100. That's the minimum.
All right, fine. He doesn't want to come online.
You know?
Do you only build in Florida? My husband and I are thinking about for boot camp, but we are in. Y'all doing too much thinking.
Yeah, we got people coming from Vegas, we got people coming from LA, we got people come from Arizona. So it don't matter where you're from. The play work anywhere you at. Like we got a girl, Tasha's up in Carolina. She's in North Carolina. She came to the boot camp. Now she bought her some land. She up there finna get ready to build. So that ain't really no excuse, dog, not to come. Like we got people come from everywhere. Like last boot camp we had 32 people. Only about 7 were from Florida. All the rest of them out of state. So more people coming from out of state than coming in state.
Mm-hmm.
So that where you're at don't really have no reason for you not to come because you can do the play anywhere. All you gotta do is I'm gonna tell you the numbers on how to run the numbers. Once you run the numbers, you just find a place in your area where the numbers make sense, and you can run the play there.
Average cost to build 1,200 square foot home basic foundation.
120,000.
He builds $100 per square foot, guys. How much is the boot camp?
6,500. But
All
if you
right,
got a study pass, the second person have price, so y'all can split that, and it'll be cheaper.
and there's a third party lender too.
And we have financing for it if you got a 680 credit score.
Mm-hmm. All right, for the people that actually claimed it and are actually owning the 600 credit score or less, why are you guys still walking around with a low credit score? What's keeping you guys from getting a higher credit score? Do you guys know how much money you guys are leaving on the table? I had one client, one of Andy's mentees, send me a message yesterday. He said that he got $30,000 on one of his business cards. So why are you guys why are you guys not working on your credit score?
How many people gave you their credit score?
I didn't ask him. What's your guys' credit score? Drop your score in the comment.
Then you ask them if they had under 600 or something.
Yeah,
Under
to come back. I didn't. They didn't. Credit score. There's only four people. Four people on here. 400 credit score, 600 or less. No, we just heard of Andy from Erica. They, General's 05 something. He has a 594. A 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Out of the people that have under the 650 credit score, who want to jump on the live and let us know what's going on with it? Why you got it like that?
Student loans are killing you. Like y'all don't have to have all these negative accounts on your credit report, yo. Like charge-offs, collections, like collection accounts. And I put this stuff on my story. Did you guys, if you guys have collection accounts on your credit report, did you guys sign a contract with the collection agency basically agreeing to paying a dime? No, you guys didn't. Y'all didn't.
General said he'll jump on.
Are you gonna jump on her? All right, hold on. Let me bring you on. Don't decline. Hold on. Late payments, charge-offs, collections, bankruptcies. You guys
What's
don't
up, everybody?
credit
What's
report.
going on?
Hi.
Thanks for having
Good
us.
with you.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for having us.
I had him put in the comments for me. I'm over here studying. And he's like, you got to be on this live. And I was like, well, put it on so I can hear it while I'm doing it at the same time. So I had him comment, but I am the one that is a mom of 3. And I right now have a 594. I was actually misconceived. I actually just got put on to know that like Credit Sesame and Credit Karma wasn't really giving me my accuracy. So I just pulled my FICO score like 3 days ago. Specifically for that, to kind of run down and be like, yo, what's happening? Like, what do I need to do? And what's killing it is these student loans that are like, I need a call because it looks like it's a very big derogatory mark. And then the other part that's killing me is I only have one secured card. So I don't even have credit. Like I don't have anything else to say like I can borrow money or I should be borrowing money. I know when I looked at my FICO though, the score was pretty good as far as like, what was it? Like the bottom score of like, I don't know. I just remember it was like consistent. Like I should be okay if something was to happen, like my consistency in paying, I'll be okay. But that doesn't do anything.
No, it doesn't. There's a lot of factors that contribute to the score. History is one of them. Who are your
Honestly,
the Navy?
is it what? I'm sorry?
Navy?
No,
No.
I don't think so. That doesn't sound familiar.
Okay, so if they were initially somebody else right now, but a Navient went through a lawsuit a few years ago, so anybody loan through Navient can be part of that lawsuit, and you might be able to get some of the loans just not completely, but even if it's
But something, yeah.
yes, $2,000 you don't have to worry about, and you start off by calling the attorney general, the state attorney general. Just let them know that you want to be part of the lawsuit, and then they'll give you a different number to contact, and just take it from there. But just don't give up.
So how did
Okay.
you hear about us?
To me, I've been following. I'm waiting. Actually, I want to attend the boot camp ever since you just now told me. I'm like, I bought land, me and my partner, and this is what we want to do. We want to get into the rebuilding. We don't want to go into the old homes because we want to give some people something new, something they don't got to worry too much about, and a place they could call home when nobody else lived at. You understand what I mean? And then we want to help more like the urban community out too. You understand?
Yeah.
So watching you gave me more the energy to say, yo, let's go out and buy the land. And I'm not gonna lie, we was lost after that.
Well, my thing is too, so I have to say I did a couple of assignment deals last year, and one of them that really made me hurt was I got emotionally invested to a property under contract and I could not find the money, and it was a mobile home on almost an acre of land, 8 minutes from the beach, like right off of there in Tampa. And so I kind of gave up, to be honest with you, for like 2 months. I went sour on it because I was like, it hurt. That first year I got laid off of my job. I went and did it full time. The Friday after a week of being laid off, I had my first contract under. I got paid for that one within 3 weeks. And then after that one, I worked on my second one, which I gave to another partner that knew a little bit more about the assignment of the mortgage. So like taking over the mortgage, and he was able to pay up the rears. But that third one was that mobile home, and it was like, so hearing you guys just say, like, obviously the other guy that was just on too, and him just having that fire in his ass the next morning of, I just have to figure it out and not be like, oh, whatever. That was what I really needed, a mind shift. So it was really nice to hear you guys just discussing that and being realistic about it.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
That keeps you guys motivated.
Yes, the motivation is great. Andy, keep doing it. I'm going to get to your boot camp.
You need to grab that book also. Grab that book also. You need that. It'll tell you your next step. And then the boot camp will just show you how to do everything. So where it make it way more easier for you. And Gigi, with her, we're gonna do her credit. You do it for free. You're gonna take everything off for free.
What? Yeah.
You're gonna get rid of the student loan.
Yeah.
That's just for them getting on here.
Yes,
having the courage to get on here, because everybody be scared to get on here. So for the scared people don't get nothing. For the people that know,
scared people don't get no money. You gotta step into the corporate field, man.
All the time.
Yes.
Got you. Just hit Gigi in the DM.
All right, I'm gonna hit in the DM. I'm gonna send my wife information over. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We're gonna continue watching just in case if anybody else want to jump on. Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's too late. The first person. Y'all did it. Y'all weren't scared. Y'all did it. You were scared at first, but then you had to turn around the second time and come through. You turned it down the first time.
I was scared.
You almost missed the blessing.
She did it.
What's your
My name is Alethea Reyes.
Alethea? Okay, so I am a single parent too. I have 3 kids, and I started with my score was in the mid 5s when I started credit repair. I started off with my own credit. Within 6 months, I raised my credit to an 800. And if I would have known this back then that I know now, I would have been able to do it in 2 months.
Oh my gosh. Listen, when I tell you I'm more than ready, like I said, I just pulled my FICO. So I'm all about synchronicity and being in alignment,
Yes.
right? And affirmation and just pulling it closer. And I do have to say that for going on this live right now. I didn't have this in my plan, but this was in my plan though. Like I had my FICO score already in my email. I'm like, I know there's this way of doing it. We just really got to connect the dots. And it is also about, you know, being around the right people. So again, that's why I appreciate you guys just putting yourselves out there and giving the opportunities out.
Yes, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Yes, because there's a lot more of us that I see some of my brothers that joined the chat and they didn't say anything, but their mindset is on the same mindset I got, and they're just shy about the situation. But they're in here and they're watching, and I hope I also encourage them to also follow you guys and push forward.
Yes, sir.
And that's those are the people that you guys need to surround yourself with, people that are going to push you out of the out of your comfort zone. If you would have, why would I have been able to see me 5 months ago? I was not on social media. If it wouldn't have
Yeah, me.